Warning. This program may contain material of an explicit or graphic nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broadcasting undead from the B-Ward, this is Mortem. I'm Dom.
And I'm JD. And today we're going to give you our top 5 stores or shops or markets.
Marketplaces.
Places
of commerce.
Horror movie stores.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
A fruitful list.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I got a lot of honorable mentions. I think I have a very strong top 5. But before we get into that, before we get into horror news or anything else, I just want to tell you guys thank you so much to all the fans and all of my friends and all the Postmortem fans that reached out and gave me positive vibes for my mom. She is out of the ICU. She is off of life support. She is breathing on her own. She's doing very good. And then she will be here in the B-Ward soon. So
your mom's off life support.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's a good thing.
Literally, she is. Fuck you.
It's
not funny at all.
I'm fucking tired, man. It's gonna be one of those shows.
No, that's fine with me because this has been an emotional week.
It has.
Emotional for me.
You've been on a fucking roller coaster.
I've slept. So I got 8 hours last night, which was good, or 7.5. Before that, the last 2 days, I had 2.5 hours of sleep in like probably 5-minute increments because I was in the ICU with my mom, staying awake.
Just the whole time?
The whole fucking time.
Wow.
So Aubrey and the kids came up, they were with her, and then I was awake. I stayed for 2 days after they left.
Did they come back here? Did they stay in a hotel? Or
they stayed in the hotel that night that they came. In the morning they said goodbye, and then I stayed another night and throughout the whole day, you know.
Wow.
Until she got her tube out. She was intubated, which means she had a tube down her, helping her breathe, life support, you know.
Yeah, which is, it's awesome that she's off that, because like in my experience through my work and all that, like that's usually a bad sign when someone has to be intubated, and the fact that she fought back and like is now just in the regular hospital and going home soon is awesome.
And she's gonna come to live with us.
Yep, she's gonna be our special guest here in the B-Ward.
She will. She'll be on.
She can finally give us her recipe for Grandma Biff's old-fashioned insect cookies.
Indirectly, my mom was responsible for the show even happening.
How's that?
Because as a young fat kid...
Well, I mean, other than the fact she gave birth to you.
It was just me and my... Yeah, well, she gave birth to me, first of all, but it was me and my mom only.
Yeah.
You know, my dad left when I was at a young age and stuff. I talk to him now, but we're getting way too deep on this here show.
Right.
But she took me to Blockbuster and rented horror movies for me, VHS tapes from Blockbuster, and got me pizza and 2 liters of Pepsi. Nice. And those little pecan roll spin wheel things.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I used to down like a 6-pack of those and a 2-liter of Pepsi and a pizza, 7 horror movies.
Sounds like a good night. I'm starting to do that with Michelle's daughter. She's starting to get interested in horror movies. She keeps asking questions about aliens.
Well, yeah. You gotta encourage them. And,
yeah, I've just told her not to see Alien Covenant.
So that was the stressful part of my week.
Yeah.
The good part, though. Woo!
Ric Flair?
Not Ric Flair. You were here. You just saw it happen.
I was here when Ric Flair was here?
30 minutes ago, before the recording of this show, the Penguins won the Stanley Cup for the 2nd year in a row. The only kind of sports I even give a shit about. And I'm a professional wrestler. I don't give a shit about wrestling. I don't give a shit about the Penguins.
People always hit me up and try to talk to me about WWE stuff. I'm like, I only watch that shit at other people's houses. Yeah. If it's like post 1998, I really don't care about it.
But one thing I do care about is the Pittsburgh Penguins
Yeah.
hockey, and they won the Stanley Cup again. I'm a happy, happy boy. Happy.
It's a good streak. Good streak you got going.
I literally shit my pants, and you know that.
Literally, yeah.
I literally shit my pants when they won.
There is no hyperbole in that statement.
No. There's poop in my underwear. I had to go change my fucking underwear, and my wife had to bring me new ones.
I had to take you out in the yard and hose you off.
Yeah, I shit my pants.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of it, but
yeah.
I'm also not ashamed either, by any means.
Yeah, sometimes you're just so happy you shit yourself.
Not just so happy, it's been an intense couple of days.
Yeah.
It's been up and down, and I'm glad to be here with you doing this, getting back to the routine of
Clean
life.
underwear.
Yeah, I got clean underwear. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do the top 5 horror movie stores.
You know what else is big about this episode?
What?
It's episode 69, dudes.
It is.
69, dudes!
But before we get to our top 5 horror movie stores, we got a little bit of horror news. Horror news. Yeah. Horror news.
I got some good news and some other news and some awesome, hilarious news.
I have all great news.
Cool.
Good movies that I've never heard of coming out. And something else, too. So.
Rolling with that positive attitude. Fire away.
All right. Black Fawn Films, the makers of the movie Bite, which I really loved. Did you see Bite yet?
I haven't seen that one yet.
It was one of my good movies like a year ago.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for over a year. Give it the program, Dom. See Bite. Great body horror. You need to check it out. Excellent body horror. They have a new TV project called The Cleaners. The Cleaners is going to follow a crime scene cleaner who's set to the task of cleaning up after supernatural killings to hide from the world the fact that monsters do exist.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good fucking concept,
Yeah.
right? Chad Archibald, who wrote and directed Bite, is producing, and he has a good eye for some horror shit. Bite was one of the out-of-nowhere movies of 2015 that was like, what the fuck, this is great, when I expected nothing.
Right.
So you should actually watch that. I think you'll really like it.
Cool.
You can actually review it, too, if you want, because even though I reviewed it, you don't even remember.
Do a
It's been years
follow-up
ago.
on it.
Yeah, follow-up, so. They're showcasing the project to TV networks at the Banff World Media Festival, and we will give you more updates as the project continues. So they're shopping it around. I hope they get like HBO or Showtime.
Yeah. Something like that needs to be not on a major network.
If it is, I mean, man, just get that Flanny Flans involved. Mike Flanagan involved in the project. You can still make it good if it's PG.
Big flans. It's like a giant bowl of custard.
It's just a Mexican breaded ice cream wearing a kilt. That's what Mike Flanagan.
the ultimate Scottish Mexican fusion dessert.
Yeah.
All right. Bethesda's Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus is set to unveil today. This moment, probably as we're speaking, at the E3 Expo.
I gotta go.
See ya.
This is the end of the show.
Yeah. Just gonna walk to E3.
You know I love my Wolfenstein and my Doom.
That's why I'm bringing it to you. According to Amazon Germany, in an accidental release, the game is set for an October 27th release date across all platforms. Basically what happened was Amazon Germany was working with their coding to get it up there for sale, and they accidentally sent it live for like 30 minutes. So people could see the cover art for the game and the release date on it, and then they were like, oh fuck, and took it off. Scheiße!
Scheiße! Wittgenstein!
So little is known about the game except for the fact
Der Schriner Schnitzel!
Der Schriner Schnitzel!
Der Schriner Schnitzel!
Fuck. Little is known about the game except that BJ Blazkowicz is somehow returning, and the concept art for the game features giant Nazi robots.
Have you played the Wolfenstein Old Blood or Wolfenstein The New Order?
No, because you're going to loan it to me.
Well,
and I'm going to ask to borrow it tonight.
You have to.
Yeah?
Dude, it's so fucking awesome.
Cool.
If you guys love horror games, plus first-person shooters, it is amazing. The story's good, graphics are good, the gameplay is good. It's
I'm
one of the
down
best
for
things
anything
ever.
that involves killing Nazis.
Yeah,
So.
and you kill Nazis. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
You can kill Nazi dogs with armor and Nazi robot dogs.
You know, I like dogs, but I would kill a Nazi dog.
Yeah. Biff kind of gave me a wrong way the wrong look on
Yeah.
the way into the B-Ward.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was he like...
He put up one paw,
Was he
like,
like,
straight up like this. I'm like,
"You
what are you
didn't-"
doing, Biff? He's like, "Daughter Biff or schnitzel."
He had a little red armband around his skinny front leg.
He's actually limping.
Yeah.
Me and Boomer got in a fight really bad today. To where Boomer, like, I thought his throat was slit. Boomer's bleeding a bunch, but Biff can't walk, so Boomer's the winner.
Deathmatch dogs.
Yes.
Biff, well, his limping, though, he kind of looks like a velociraptor when he walks now.
Yeah.
Velocibiffers.
That's the rating system. Eli Roth is remaking the iconic 1974 Charles Bronson movie, Death Wish. Have you heard of this?
Yes.
It will star Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
It's also set to feature Vincent D'Onofrio
Nice.
and has a release date of November 22nd. This could work, especially with D'Onofrio as the bad guy. I like Vincent D'Onofrio as a villain.
Oh, yeah.
Not so much as the lead, but like in The Cell, great.
Yeah.
Plays crazy well.
In Daredevil, he played Menace super fucking
Haven't
well.
seen that yet.
Yeah, he was the Kingpin, and he was just like, everything that he said was like, this guy's going to kill someone any minute now. I'm down with that. I think Eli Roth gets exploitation. I think Bruce Willis is a great choice for a lead. I hope he has Charles Bronson's mustache.
The only better choice than Bruce Willis, honestly, and hear me out here.
Okay.
The only better choice than Bruce Willis to remake the iconic 1974 movie Death Wish with Charles Bronson would be Doug Jones.
Doug Jones.
Doug Wish.
Dude Wish.
This time, it's personal.
Wow. Yeah. A lanky vigilante.
A lanky, blonde-haired vigilante with such an exquisite smile. Doug Jones has to go to the dentist a lot.
Yeah, he's got some nice teeth on him.
Some perfect teeth.
Yeah.
I kiss him right on the mouth.
Right on the...
Anyways,
right
on to the next horror news.
In a recent interview, producer/director Ivan Reitman stated that his team is, quote, doing a lot of thinking about where to take the Ghostbuster franchise and is, quote, listening to fans after their response to Paul Feig's film. He is considering a film that bridges the gap between the original team and the new team, but taking them out of the New York setting and possibly to Asia. So, he was talking about like Chinese ghosts or like Korean ghosts or something like that. Have you seen the new Ghostbusters yet? Did you bother with it?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't seen it.
So the cast was good. The ladies that they got to play the Ghostbusters were all good.
It seemed like it was all like
It was
a Hollywood
just,
movie.
It was just, there was no improvisation. It was all CG. And the thing that made both Ghostbusters movies so good was there was room for the actors to improvise and be funny. Where in the new Ghostbusters, it was all just, here's the joke, one after the other. So if Ivan Reitman were to direct and allow the actors to improvise, I think that could be really good. Especially bringing them all together. But the thing that's weird is that Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd both appeared in the new Ghostbusters movie, but not as Ray and Peter. Just as other random characters. So I don't know how they're going to do it, but the fact that he's listening to fans and aware of the problems with the previous movie, I think that might be a good sign.
Yeah, I do like Ghostbusters. Annabelle, when she was little, when she was like 2 and 3, she'd always be like, "Go watch Ghostbusters."
I remember that.
Go watch Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
She'd say it like a little tiny kid. Well, who can deny that? Seen
Yeah.
Ghostbusters more times than I care to ever see.
It's one of my formative movies. You know?
Yeah.
It's when people want to fuck with it, that makes me cringe a little bit. But
Like, all right, you want to fuck with me? I'll be your keymaster. Wait, what?
I'll pull you into the fridge, Sigourney Weaver. What?
I'm gonna put my Sigourney Weaver in your fridge.
That's weird.
No lube.
No ectoplasm.
No ectoplasm on my Sigourney Weaver as I shove her into your fridge. And you like it. Anyways, Lunar Cult Studios is going to be releasing a new video game called Lust for Darkness, which I'm super excited for, and I know you will be too when I tell you this description. So, inspired by the works of our resident fish tosser, H.P. Lovecraft, and the paintings of surrealist Polish artist Zdzisław Beksiński, It's set to mix occult themes and dark eroticism. The story is about Jonathan Moon, a man who receives a letter from his wife who has been missing for a year. The letter directs him to a mysterious mansion where a dark ceremony is taking place that opens a gateway to the perverse and profane land of Luska. Which, that's how all these words are like H.P. Lovecraft Cthulhu words that I cannot pronounce, and I will just attempt to. It's Lusst''Ghaa. Luska.
That's kind of stupid, actually.
Players will move between our world and Luska to solve the mystery of the missing wife, while also finding out more information about the crazy inhabitants of this other world. If you check out the Facebook page, it looks like it's a combination of Cthulhu and Eyes Wide Shut.
Sounds like there's a little bit of Silent Hill in there, too, with the movement between the two worlds.
Luska! A teaser trailer is also on YouTube, and it looks good. I'm excited for it. I'm as excited for this as I am for Agony.
Nice.
And NHL 18.
A little bit of a difference there.
But I'm excited for those two things, and this also.
When is Agony coming out? Do we have a date on that yet?
No, it doesn't have an exact date.
It's in production hell.
No, it's in hell.
Yeah, for real.
It will be there. It will be there.
That's one of
I
the
just
reasons
hope the
I bought a
gameplay.
console.
I know. I just hope the gameplay lives up to the videos they put out.
Yeah. So my little bit of funny news: the Babadook has accidentally become a gay icon.
I've seen this.
Yeah, thanks to Netflix accidentally listing the movie in their gay and lesbian section, and the internet being full of people with Photoshop and too much time on their hands. The Babadook is now being used as an unofficial symbol for 2017's Pride Month.
Babadookie.
Photoshop jockeys from Tumblr and beyond have been creating images of the Babadook, waving rainbow flags, dressing in drag, or simply busting out of the closet screaming, "I'm gay!" And actually, after I had written down this little piece of news, I saw a video on YouTube where someone had taken a clip from RuPaul's Drag Race. And I've never seen the show, but like they had the stage that all the drag queens come out on.
What a liar.
And it started with like the scraping noises that the Babadook
Dom's lying about never seeing the show.
No, if I watched Drag Race, I would clearly I'd be talking about it probably. But it makes all the Babadook scratching sounds, and then finally like the little animated Babadook comes out, and all they have samples of the drag queens talking about it, and then it goes to an interview, and it's like, "My name is the Babadook, and I'm a manifestation of childhood trauma." So yeah, the Babadook is the most unlikely gay icon in history, and more power to him.
I will tell you that, my stepdaughter, or my daughter, I'll just say to get this story across the way it should be, is that I had met Addison before she was my daughter.
Right.
And she was terrified of the Babadook just because I said, "Babadook."
Yeah.
And showed her the back of a Rue Morgue magazine.
Yeah, with the...
Right?
The
and I chased her around the house with this. When I first met this little girl. And she loves me to death, and I love her too. Right?
Yeah, and now she's not scared of it.
Yeah, she's not scared of it. And she actually watched the Babadook, and she actually started to like it.
Nice.
But since this story came out, my son, a.k.a. stepson,
right,
that I also met later, since this story came out, he really likes the Babadook.
Yeah. You know, when I got here earlier, he asked me, "So what kind of men are you most attracted to?"
And then he said, "For me, it's the Babadook."
Yeah. Hey, more power to him, too. We should dress him up like the Babadook and then let him come out.
You know what his problem is I've been pumping the Carl Panzram in the spirit of hatred and vengeance.
You've been pumping the Carl Panzram into him?
I've been pumping the documentary Carl Panzram, Spirit of Hatred and Vengeance.
You've been giving
now available on Netflix and Amazon Prime into his room while he sleeps at night.
You've been giving him the hot Panzram in his sleep?
The hot Panzram. That's it for horror news. Fuck. This went way off.
Off the rails.
Off the rails. Into the fucking Child Protective Services. But again, thank you guys, everyone that reached out to me. I really appreciate you guys. Just sending your positive thoughts. I'm not a prayer guy, but I do appreciate you guys that believe in that, sending that shit, positive thoughts for my mom, and also for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah,
because they won.
They did.
They won the Stanley Cup.
They were getting booed like they were fucking wrestling heels.
That's because they were in Nashville.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Trashville.
Yeah.
They threw catfish on the ice.
Hey, you know, I'm down with any southern state losing.
Different country singers sing the national anthem when they're in Nashville.
If we have any listeners in Nashville, leave your city.
Yeah.
Leave your city.
We will take you in.
Yeah, for real.
You refugees.
Refugees.
Anyways, that's it for horror news. We'll be back with the good movie and the bad movie and the top 5 stores in horror after this.
Hi, thanks for listening to the Postmortem Podcast. If you want to support us, go to our website at www.postmortemshow.com and click the Amazon link.
By clicking on the Amazon banner, Amazon will give a small percentage of the purchase price of your item back to the Postmortem Podcast at no additional cost to you. That's right. It doesn't cost you any money. We get money. You want us to keep doing this? You want more Doug Jones talk? You want more dick and fart talk? I don't care. We're going to do it.
Fund our filthy, filthy habits.
Yes, and they are many and they are fast.
And most of them aren't legal.
Yes. Click the banner. Just do it.
Come on, don't be a dick. Give us money.
It's time for the good movie. And the bad movie.
My Bad Movie, 2016, directed by Philip Guzman and starring Jocelyn Donahue and Jesse Bradford. It's called Dead Awake. A young woman must save herself and her friends from an ancient evil that stalks its victims through the real-life phenomena of sleep paralysis. Kate Bowen, played by Jocelyn Donahue, is an average social worker who is investigating in the mysterious deaths of people who died in their sleep. Shortly before their deaths, the victims all reported a supernatural force that appeared to them while they were suffering from sleep paralysis. When Kate investigates further into the case, she opens herself up to the creature's wrath, and soon she finds herself and her family suffering from an ancient evil.
So essentially, it doesn't sound that bad.
No, I was definitely into it. Like we already talked about in horror news or before horror news. I was in the hospital with my mom all weekend. Netflix wouldn't work. I was on the hospital Wi-Fi on my laptop, which I could not watch any Netflix, Amazon Prime, or anything. So I had to resort to YouTube. YouTube full horror movie.
Right.
You search full horror movie on YouTube. You don't get much.
No.
Not anything good, really, right?
Yeah.
And 140p. So I won't comment much on the special effects of this movie because I was watching 140p.
It's like watching porn in 2002 on the internet.
I actually prefer the VHS porn.
I mean like the internet porn where it's all like half scrambled.
I often search vintage.
Yeah.
Some 70s, 80s VHS.
Looking for that bush.
Yes. You need a big bush. So I was interested in this because I'm fascinated by sleep paralysis and the documentary called The Nightmare.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time and made my top 5 disturbing documentaries list that we did maybe 10, 15 episodes ago. You guys should check that out if you haven't heard our top 5 disturbing documentaries. Jocelyn Donahue plays both the lead Kate and her twin sister Beth. They're not on good terms, so she's playing 2 different people. Twins, that's always hard.
Yeah.
You know? At her surprise birthday party, people are talking about their nightmares. Beth tells him about how she is held down at night and feels like there's something in the room. Some asshole tells her no more drinks, although she's sober and recovering addict. And she gets mad and leaves, because that's how a lot of people are. Oh, no, I am not. She ends up going to her sister Kate, who is a psychologist, and telling her in depth about the problem. She's getting strangled by an unseen force now as well. She's referred to a specialist called Lori Earlobes Petty. You know who I'm referring to.
Lobe girl.
Lobe girl. The tank girl herself. Lori Earlobes Petty.
I'm just going to look up a picture of Lori Petty right now while you keep doing your thing.
The lower earlobes.
Yeah, I've never noticed it before. So.
You will notice the lower earlobes of Lori Petty. Google it as you're listening.
Holy fuck.
To my voice.
You're right.
She got no top lobe. She's all bottom lobe. You got no balls, you're all taint. You're no top lobe. You're all bottom lobe.
And like they kind of go out to this. Wow, she looks like She's like she's hanging her head out of a car window.
And you don't understand this until I tell you? Are you blind?
I'd never noticed it before.
I guess I just have a thing for earlobes.
Yeah, I guess so.
So her sleep paralysis intensifies, and she actually sees a shadow man strangling her to death. At Beth's funeral, Kate meets a man who says he knows what happened to her sister, but she blows him off and says her family is waiting and just kind of leaves. Because that's what you do in horror movies.
Right.
She then does what any normal person would do and stays back at her parents' house in the bed her sister died in.
All right.
The man she saw at the funeral was a sleep paralysis expert. Tells her about the sitting ghost, a.k.a. the hag. And that's been happening for a long time in many cultures. He then asks her if she's seen it too, but she runs away. So Jocelyn Donahue looks like a young Danielle Harris. She was Samantha in The House of the Devil. You ever see The House of the Devil? Yeah. So Samantha, the main character, that's who this is that plays with him. It's well acted and directed. Writing is okay, although the twins and one of them already being a junkie and there already being conflict before the story unfolds seems shoehorned in. And like we talked about before, you don't need to have a pre-existing conflict between family members.
Right.
It's much better if the conflict is because of what happens.
Yeah.
You don't need this fucking concept of like, here's a sister, one of them's a psychologist, one of them has problems, they don't get along, and there's a demon.
Yeah, have them get along and then let the demon fuck that up. It makes you care about them more.
Yeah, or let them care about each other while this is happening.
Yeah.
And it makes you care about them more, you know? So, there's questionable CG for the ghosts and the shadows. The old hag does not look very good. Score is well done and has piercing strings sections at times that jar you for the jump scares with like, you know, that kind of thing, which I'm always a fan of. You know, I mean, sometimes it's a classic trick, but it works. You know, it still works for me. So
it worked for Hitchcock.
The worst problem is that there's a bath scene with no nudity with this hot girl. That's just don't do it. Don't do the bath scene where like a hand covers the boobs. Like no one gets out of the fucking bath with their hand covering their boobs. Right. No one's around.
Or that one movie that I watched a while back where she was like in the bath taking a bath and they blurred out her nipples. Like they actually CG'd off her nipples.
That's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Also, there's a token man bun stoner boyfriend artist guy that I did not care for. Definitely shoehorned in as well. This movie has a good concept, but it's like someone watched like Lights Out and all these other like modern day horror movies, took that and said sleep paralysis plus this equals this.
Yeah.
And that's how they came up with this movie called Dead Awake.
That sucks.
So I like that they use real legends from different cultures as inspiration to explain the sleep paralysis. So whoever watched this movie, I guarantee, watched The Nightmare and said, oh, I'm going to take all this. And literally, it's shoehorned from The Nightmare of like, there's the different, in this culture it's called this, and in this culture it's called this.
Right.
You know, they took that fucking documentary and exploited it to make this movie. To make a shitty horror movie. They took one of the best disturbing documentaries ever. The Nightmare is much scarier than this, too. That's the problem.
Yeah, the Nightmare is a good horror movie in and of itself, even though it's a documentary.
Yeah. For that reason, I get more mad the more I talk about it. Like, I was not bored while I watched it. It wasn't that bad. But the fact that they took this movie, they stole the concept, and made this fucking pile of shit. IMDb gives it a 4.8. I was thinking about going above that. But no, I'm going to go under. I'm going to say 4.5. Baba Dukes.
All right.
Baba Dukes. Baba Dukes.
All right. My bad movie. It's a 2014 sci-fi horror.
My bad movie is the Babadook because he was bad and I had to punish him.
Naughty little Babadook. 2014 sci-fi horror movie directed by Chad Archibald called Ejecta. So I'm going to read you the synopsis first.
Wow, Chad Archibald was in my news too.
Yeah?
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
About the Cleaners. He's one of the producers and he directed Bite. That I really like.
Oh. Well.
So Ejecta is bad.
Ejecta is bad.
You got to watch Bite still.
I'll still watch Bite. So the story goes, it's the story of one night on Earth that changed everything we know about the universe. That's all it is. In other words, even the people who made this movie don't know what the fuck it's about. That's what I got from this.
That is a good synopsis.
I've got to be honest, I can't tell you what the fuck this movie is really about. There's aliens, there's string theory, there's a bunch of jumping around. None of it makes any sense. A dude has an alien encounter, posts on the internet about it, emails a filmmaker to come and talk to him about it. Can't remember sending the email. All hell breaks loose. The government kidnaps a dude. They torture him with machines that just make him stronger. People die and come back as Prometheus-like zombies. More shit happens than I don't fucking know. It was too much going on to care about, and it came off as mishmashed and boring. I dig stories about string theory in multiple dimensions and multiple timelines, but they need to have something to anchor them and make them concrete. This movie was just a bunch of people screaming at each other. I was interested in watching the movie because the lead character was played by Julian Richings, who's he's a character actor in a lot of horror movies. He's the really skinny guy with the high cheekbones and the really dark black hair.
Okay.
Yeah. One of those guys where that guy, you know him when you see him.
I'm pulling it up, and this was 2014, right?
Yeah.
Bite was 2015.
Okay.
He made Bite right after he made this movie.
Okay.
So if it was after, I'd be like, what about the cleaners? Is it going to be good? But he made Bite after this, so maybe it's a learning curve, you know?
A learning curve, and also it could be a script problem.
Yeah.
I was interested in this movie because of Julian Richings. He rarely gets leading roles, and I like him. And he was good in this movie as a sort of like misanthropic outsider being plagued by aliens and vision. But his role was just carried on him being him. It wasn't particularly well written as a character. Nobody was developed in this movie. There was no reason to care about anyone. And the evil government scientist was just the fucking worst. She was like a melodrama villain. Like if she had a mustache, she would have been twirling it the whole time. And the soldiers who worked for her were a bunch of pussies. She just kept killing them. Every time somebody screwed up, she'd shoot him. You'd think that one of them would have put a round in her skull after she bumped off like the third dude who minorly fucked up on her.
You know what? I kind of knew who you were talking about based on your description, but I looked him up right now as you were talking. And Cube.
Yeah, Cube.
He's the guy that gets killed in Cube at the beginning scene.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. The skinny overbite guy.
Yeah.
Also plays a pedophile a lot.
Yeah, pedophile or like a serial killer.
He's a pederast.
Pederast. This movie was kind of two movies in one. There was the story of the dude being kidnapped and tortured by the government, which was told through, standard movie narrative. Then there was the story of him and the filmmaker meeting up and running away from the government, which was done found footage style. And the movie jumped back and forth between the two formats, but the pace was really annoying and jarring. And most of the found footage just consisted of the director running through the woods screaming the other dude's name. It was like an hour of Bill, Bill, Bill.
You know what's really funny? I almost said, "Hey, Bill,"
yeah, exactly.
as a joke,
yeah.
And that's what it was.
Bill. Like I wanted him to die just so I didn't.
This
have to
is
hear
the
the
most
Bill again.
bogus journey, Bill.
It was a bogus journey. The special effects were bad. It was like After Effects style CG. Sci-Fi Channel movies have better special effects. It was cheaply made, poorly written. It's a hodgepodge clusterfuck that tried to cram too many ideas into one story, and I don't even think the writer fully understood the story that he was trying to tell. I'm still going to check out Bite. The other thing that he's doing sounds interesting. Don't waste your time with this one.
You need to watch Bite, though. It was good body horror. It was refreshing.
Yeah.
I did not expect it to be so good. Even as I was watching it, it got about halfway through, and I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm like, oh, wait, this is fucking awesome.
Nice.
It's like
that's the one about
like
the insect bite, right?
Yeah.
That like fucks the person
It's
up.
like the fly. She lays fucking eggs and turns her to a layer and shit. It's like the fly.
Yeah.
So, it's really good.
And this movie, there was nothing like that. They'd strap this alien technology to him, and there'd be a bunch of white CG fire, and then he'd scream, and then they'd take the technology off of him, and he would like have like 3 dots on his forehead or some like spots on his wrists.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it was not good. So I'm giving it 3 out of 10. Baba Dukes.
Baba Dukes. Hey,
Duke.
hey, Dookie Duke.
Baba Dookie shoot.
Baba Dookie shoots. My good movie, 2016, directed by Greg McLean, who made Wolf Creek. And written by James Gunn, who made Slither.
Yeah.
You put them together, it's got to be good, right?
I think so.
Starring John Gallagher Jr., Tony Goldwyn, Adria Arjona, and the legendary character actors Michael Rooker and especially John C. McGinley.
Nice.
The Belko Experiment.
Oh, it was good.
It was good.
Good.
It's I'll put it this way. It's worth watching.
Okay.
It's not revolutionary. It's worth watching.
Okay.
So,
I was kind of iffy on it because I thought the preview was a little bit like, oh, I've seen this before.
I've seen it before too.
Yeah.
But it was so well done that I could see it again.
Nice.
So, in a twisted social experiment, 80 Americans are locked in their high-rise corporate office in Bogota, Colombia, and ordered by an unknown voice coming from the company's intercom system to participate in a deadly game of kill or be killed. In a movie called Battle Royale, the Belko Experiment.
Called The Condemned.
Battle Royale, the Belko Experiment. Set in Colombia, it's kind of like a combination of Office Space and Battle Royale.
Okay.
Which, you combine the two, it's pretty awesome.
Is it funny?
It has some.
Okay, good. Because James Gunn is really good at comedy.
The office gets an intercom warning that most people in the building are going to be dead by tomorrow. If 2 people don't die in the next 2 hours, there'll be punishment to all. Then, giant metal shutters conceal the whole building and provide no means of escape. How did no one know about this technology existing in the building? I'm sure if the building could be encased in metal, there would be something you could tell about by looking at the outside of the building. The way it is, it's an impossible scenario.
Yeah.
But it works.
Okay.
It still works. I forgive the impossible scenario just on, I like to see what happens in this scenario. You know?
Right.
You know this couldn't happen. People would see the fucking shutters.
Yeah, shutters don't just magically appear out of nowhere.
Metal, iron shutters.
Yeah.
It's like fucking armor. Like knight's armor is encasing the entire building when someone pushes a button. When the first person does it, it seems like a sniper, but nope. Implants in the heads. Battle Royale style.
Okay.
They're detonating people. They don't listen. Can't cut them out or they will detonate because their cameras see everything. As time ticks down, they demand more and more deaths with the threat of harsher punishments. So, it's American Battle Royale we never wanted but deserved after the fucking Hunger Games blatantly ripped it off. When people are pushed, they start to rapidly lose their civil natures. What happens when the conventions of corporate society are stripped away and you're told to kill? Would you do it? Could you do it? People in power begin to abuse it, and everyone starts turning on each other.
It sounds like there's a little bit of those old prison experiments that they did at the colleges in there, too. This is a real thing.
It is like that, yeah. It's that combined with, like, Battle Royale, Office Space, so... It's got great fucking gore, especially corpses with the blown-out heads. It's super, like, hollowed-out heads, but it looks real, and it's practical, like, of that, you know.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of CG on the actual parts of exploding heads, that kind of stuff. But, like, when there's a corpse on the ground, it's a real dummy, you know?
Nice.
So, and that, I'm a fan of that. So, there's some comedy, and it's well done before the shit hits the fan, but then it gets completely serious.
Okay.
Which I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of comedy. We're all having a good time.
It gets you into the characters,
Things are going bad now, you know? It makes you care about when they actually get fucked over, so... I was really looking forward to it based on the trailer and the hype videos. It had a bunch of promotion. Hype videos on Facebook, IMDb,
that little
all
animated
that shit.
claymation feature that they did for it, yeah.
I'm glad it delivered because of all that. It's not the most original story, as we all knew, but it's one I never get tired of, and it's well acted and well directed. The only problem is it's super predictable. Nice to see James Gunn return from superhero shit to write some horror, as well as Greg McLean make a new good horror movie after last year's The Darkness, which I gave my Morty for worst horror movie of the year.
Yeah.
The guy who made Wolf Creek made The Darkness with Kevin Bacon, which was god-awful.
Yeah.
I gave it my Morty. And this year when we do our Mortys, we're not going to do our good movie and bad movie of the year. We're going to do our top 5 worst and our top 5 best. Make a whole episode out of it with no reviews, no news. We'll make a big extravaganza.
A very special post-mortem where someone gets molested.
Yes. Wait. How is that special?
That's like the very special episodes in the 80s were always about someone getting molested, like on different strokes.
Speaking of different strokes, IMDb gives it a 6.3. I'd give it a 7.4. Baba Dukes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna watch it.
Different strokes for different Babadooks. It takes different strokes. It takes different strokes. It takes different strokes to Babadook.
Duke.
Yak.
All right. My good movie is one that I didn't expect to be a good movie. 2007 true crime horror film directed by Zev Berman called Borderland. 3 friends head to Mexico for a weekend of drunken debauchery before they head off to separate colleges. There, they run afoul of a drug cartel who use human sacrifice rituals to protect them from the police. Movie is loosely based on the true story of the narco-satanistas and the murder of a Texas pre-med student in 1989. There's this dude, he was from Colombia, but he moved to Mexico and started a drug cartel, and they were super into, Satanism and witchcraft and things like that, and would kidnap tourists and cut out their brains and spines and keep them in a cauldron, and they thought that it would make them invisible to the police so that they could run their drugs. This is actually the story that inspired Perdita Durango.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
We need to watch it then.
This movie was much more gritty and realistic in their take on the story than Perdita Durango was. But it did also take a lot of liberties with the facts to make the movie more movie-friendly, because it wasn't as dramatic. Well, I mean, it's pretty dramatic in real life, but there wasn't as much of a cohesive plot line. This movie took its time to build the characters and the story before getting into the horror aspect, but it was all very well executed and never boring, making it a well-developed medium burn of a story. It wasn't quite a slow burn, but it was close. Ryder Strong of Boy Meets World played the unfortunate victim.
Really?
Yeah. He conveyed innocence well and was basically the archetypal virgin victim.
Did Vader make a run-in?
What's up?
Did Vader make a run-in?
He should have.
I'll tell you, Topanga.
Yeah? Yeah.
Still have a massive boner for Topanga.
Yeah, she's still...
Which is inappropriate because I've aged and she hasn't in my mind.
She's still the same age.
I'm like Dazed and Confused Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. I get older and they stay the same age. He was really good. He was like the virgin victim. There was this kind of funny side plot where he developed a crush on the prostitute that he was supposed to lose his virginity to, and instead ended up playing house with her and her baby instead of having sex with her. Sean Astin plays an American member of the narco-satanistas assigned to babysit Ryder Strong's character while the cult prepares for the sacrifice. He plays this weird combination of like insecurity and psychotic menace. I think his character might have been borderline retarded. And so he had this like, I have to be respected kind of thing going on. And anytime he felt disrespected, he just lost his shit. And Sean Astin being scary is not something that you'd commonly think of, but he did it really well. Other than that, the rest of the cast were the standard horror archetypes. There was the douchebag friend who was all in it for the money. There was the nice guy, the tough girl, the teenage witch. But every role, even though they were archetypes...
Sabrina?
She was Mexican. I guess Sabrina could be a Mexican name.
I guess.
Yeah.
Sabrina.
Sabrina. The teenage bruja.
Babadook.
Though all the characters were essentially archetypes, they all still felt fleshed out and like they were actual human beings. Even the minor characters that died off early. The direction was very good. The director conveyed the starkness of the desert, contrasted with the light and shadow of the indoor locations. And there's a scene where they were all on mushrooms that felt very authentic, the way they shot it with like the layers of like all the movement leaving tracers and stuff like that. They were outside of a carnival and the lights were leaving tracers, but like one group of tracers would go one way and then another would go the opposite direction. It felt very authentically shroomy.
Authentically shroomy.
Yeah.
That's putting you over like $1 million.
Yeah.
Hey, this feels authentically shroomy.
Yeah, this guy's clearly done some mushrooms.
So have I in my day.
Yeah, me too.
Oh wait, no, I haven't.
Oh, I have.
I can't speak about those things.
I can. I can and will. Yeah.
I'm retired. Let's put it that way.
Right. I'm not.
You know this.
I'm on them right now. The movie looked great.
I'm not on mushrooms. I'm on penguins. Penguins.
That's what they are.
They won.
Yeah. I saw somebody posting earlier today that, like, when you're a penguin, everyone's a predator.
Yeah, not really. I saw another thing that
Yeah.
I posted personally about some guy running up to a penguin, but they CGI'd the National Predators logo on the head of the guy running up to the little tiny penguin on the ice, and then the penguin jumping up in his face and running and chasing him, and then he falls and takes a back bump and a roll. It was tremendous.
Wow. That's huge.
No one cares about this.
No.
I'm the only one who cares. I'm sorry, you guys.
You're the only
If you're a
in the
hockey
world.
fan, message me. Let's talk hockey. Send a postmortemshow@gmail.com. Attention, JT Penguins.
And send nudes. He likes extra dick pics with his hockey talk.
Yeah.
And if you can put a little mullet wig on your dick.
Put a little tuxedo like a penguin on your dick. Send it to me with a little hockey stick.
Put a little tuxedo on it and a mullet wig and draw a smile on it, but with some missing teeth.
And
some
I'll
googly
reply
eyes.
back like this. Baba, cute.
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's about it for the good movie.
I'm
and
not
the
done
bad
yet.
movie.
I'm not done yet. I haven't even rated it. You just went off on a tangent.
It's been a long weekend.
Yes.
Long weekend. Delma gives this movie an 8.1.
I do.
Is that what you had?
I know I gave it 8.
Oh, okay.
I do want to talk about one more thing on it though. Is the
I just cut you off and rate your movie
Yeah.
for you based on how you talked about it.
fucking dick.
Baba Dick.
Baba Dick. Baba Dicks. That should have been it. This is a movie that could have easily veered into torture porn, and that's kind of why I didn't watch it for a while. Like, I was like, oh, this is just going to be another one of those fucking Hostel ripoff movies.
Dude, it has Ryder Strong.
I didn't know he was in it.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Or I would have watched it.
Yeah. But it didn't do that. To where initially in the beginning, before the shit really hit the fan, all the violence was left to the imagination. Then when the shit hit the fan, they actually did show things, and that's where it did get brutal. And it was all practical effects. There's a scene where a dude gets his Achilles tendons chopped into with a meat cleaver, and it made me fucking cringe hard. Like, it looked good.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a solid movie that doesn't rely on too many gimmicks and works from the premise that a solid story with good characters and acting is really what you need to make a good movie. Honestly, I would have liked to have seen more of the cult in this, because they only offered glimpses of what they were up to, but it was still a very intriguing movie, and I'm giving it 8 out of 10. Baba
Dukes. Well, I'll watch this Ryder Strong movie.
Okay.
You can share it with me. I'm going to share with you another Ryder Strong movie where he plays a hitman in a private high school called The Pact.
Yeah.
He's a mafia hitman.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Did I already share it with you?
No, we've talked about it many times before.
Fuck. Baba Duke. Baba Duke.
Head trauma Duke.
Oh, God. Kill me now. And if I don't die, we'll be back with top 5.
If you remember.
If I remember what our top 5 is, it's horror movie stores and chair shots after this.
Saturday, June 17th at 8 o'clock p.m. at the Galaxy Theater in Atascadero, California. Postmortem is joining forces with our friend Danny Foster to bring to you a screening of the one and only Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. But it's not just the screening.
No, it isn't, because we are going to have Leslie Vernon himself, Nathan Basil, in attendance, as well as director David Stevie, because they're going to be doing a live Q&A with us, a live podcast for Postmortem, and they're going to be raising funds for their new movie, the next installment in the Behind the Mask franchise. But wait, there's more.
We're going to have some raffles. We're going to have some information, some shit given away.
There's going to be the Q&A. We're doing our live podcast. There's going to be a live horror art exhibit. Robbie and Shayla from Cherry Blossom Tattoos will be raffling off $500 horror tattoos. $500 themed horror tattoos.
I'm going to have to enter that raffle.
I'm going to enter that raffle too. I'm fine. We're going to have great giveaways from our sponsors, NECA, Trick or Treat Studios, Fright Rags, Dark Delicacies, London 1888, Captain Nemo Comics, Rocket Fizz, Sancal Professional Wrestling, and The Hunt in the Tascadero.
And Satan himself.
And Satan himself will also be sponsoring us, and Bill. Each ticket will come with a signed print from the upcoming horror project.
How much do these tickets cost?
These tickets are only $10 American.
10 American motherfucking dollars.
$10 you get to see behind the mask in the big screen. You get a chance to enter all these raffles. You get a live Q&A with the star and the director.
You get to smell us.
You get to smell us and see us. You only get to hear us normally, but you get to smell, see, and possibly taste. That's one of the raffles.
Oh, yeah.
There's only 230 seats to fill. We're going to fill them all. People are going to be coming from all around the globe to this event.
Get your ass to a Tascadero.
You need to be one of them.
Yeah.
Catch a bus, a train.
Fucking jump on the back of a giant condor.
Ride a fucking ostrich.
Yeah.
Get here how you need to get here.
Learn to teleport, motherfucker. Then teach me. I'll let you in for free.
If you teach us how to teleport, you can come in for free.
Absolutely.
I'm sure that they will be okay.
I mean,
with that.
technically, if you can teleport, can't you get anywhere for free?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, this strategy is not really working out because now we're going to have 230 people who just teleported there and we're not going to make any money from it.
They're all going to be Nightcrawler from X-Men.
No, they won't. And we will see you guys June 17th.
Yeah, be there.
Be there. Be there. Be there. Be there. And we're back with the top 5 horror movie stores and or shops and or supermarkets and or markets.
Places of commerce.
Swap meets.
Horror swap meets.
Horror swap meets. Horror farmers markets.
Horror bodegas.
Horror bodegas. Horror discount malls. I like this list.
Yeah, there was a lot more than I thought there was.
Yeah, I got a lot of honorable mentions. I got a good list. Why don't you fire off your number 5, Tom?
My number 5 comes from a little Indian film that I reviewed on this show a while back, and that was the shopping mall / vampire demon haven in the movie Ludo.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you talking about this movie. I still haven't watched it. I need to watch it. You need to watch me some Ludo. I need to take me some Ludo.
Ludo was also the monster in Labyrinth. Smell bad, the big hairy monster.
Really?
Yeah, that just crossed my mind. But yeah, Ludo is a game that's sort of like Parcheesi. They came out of India, and these kids go out and they just want to like get drunk and find some place to fuck.
I've never played Parcheesi. It's not a fan of the name, so I just wouldn't play it.
It's like Sorry, kind of. That board game Sorry.
Sorry is awesome.
Yeah, except you don't have to say sorry, so it's like Sorry for sociopaths.
Okay. I think I like Parcheesi.
And these kids go and they end up getting drunk and like getting chased by the cops and harassed by the police, and they go to this mall that's about to close down, and they hide there until it shuts down, and these weird vampire demons come out and make them play this board game, and as they continue to play through the board game, it starts showing them visions of how the vampires came to be. It's a really weird movie, very stylistic, and the fact that like it's just a random mall where vampires live is just something that is kind of interesting and weird to me.
Yeah, that is very strange. Vampire Mall.
Yeah.
Babadook.
It sounds like something that would be on like Aqua Teen Hunger Force or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. Some kind of Adult Swim. My number 5 was a gas station, but it also serves barbecue and or chili.
Yeah.
In the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, when she runs to him, the emotion, she finally thinks she's saved, everything's fine, and he says he's going to save her. He says everything's going to be okay. Then he pops that fucking trunk, tells her to get in the fucking trunk.
Yeah.
Very disturbing. And then the chili cook-off from number 2. While it's not an actual shop, it is a mobile restaurant, which is kind of a shop. People pay things for commerce.
Yeah.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre fucking barbecue gas station. Very fucked up. Very horrible shop.
Yeah.
But one of the most iconic stores of all time. Facilitates the plot, too.
Yeah, for sure. My number 4, another movie I reviewed recently, Yoga Hosers, the Mini Mart.
Really?
/
The Nazi bratwurst?
/ secret Nazi bratwurst base.
You know, Yoga Hosers, the fucking music is what killed it. I don't want to watch these bitches play their shitty songs. Seriously.
Yeah.
That's what really made it bad to
pretty
me.
annoying. But I think it was supposed to be bad,
It's
you know?
not a great movie, but the fact of Nazi bratwurst things,
Yeah.
little mini Nazi bratwurst, I did enjoy that.
And this weird, like, Nazi scientist who learned English by watching Hollywood movies, so everything that he does is a celebrity impersonation.
Yeah. I think that Holidays, Kevin Smith's segment in Holidays, or Tusk are much far superior.
Oh,
to
yeah,
Yoga's
for sure,
Hosers.
for sure. But
His
neither,
daughter is in the Holidays segment.
Yeah.
So
neither of those applied to this list, though, so we got Yoga Hosers.
That's very true. My number 4, a shop. It's a mobile shop. He moves town to town. He takes what he needs, takes what he can get, writes them in his journal, and he moves to the next place. But in the movie, Needful Things,
Yeah.
Leland Gott sets up a shop in Maine, in Castle Rock.
Where horrible things happen.
Needful Things.
Yep.
What a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
He's a shop where he gives you whatever you want. It's the best horror movie store because whatever you could ever ask for, you can supply it. And you can't deny it.
Yeah. And then you
So
pay the
legalize
price.
it, and now we'll advertise it. So, yeah, Leland Gaunt is this old motherfucker with long nails, and he also happens to be the devil,
Yeah.
played by Max von Sydow, and he gives you baseball cards or turkey shit. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You can get some humble figures. It doesn't matter. Whatever your desire is, he will have it, and he will tell you what to do to your neighbors. Pitting neighbor against neighbor in the ultimate Maine battle royal of supremacy. Turkey shit and apple pie. In Needful Things. It's a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's one of the best Stephen King adaptations.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely it is.
I got a cure for your arthritis. You want to talk to your dead sister? Here you go. You want a baseball card? Why don't you throw some chicken shit on this fucking lady's sheets?
Give you your baseball card.
And then she'll cut the head off your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want
Good times.
want the Penguins to win the Stanley Cup?
Yeah, priest versus priest. Priest versus priest.
Yeah.
Burning down churches.
Fucking each
Fighting
other
to
up.
the death. I'll do it. Mr. Gaunt, I'll repay you for the Penguins winning the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Because it happened.
Yeah.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, you're gonna have Biff jizz on someone's foot.
It has to be against people. It has to be against the people who are in your life you're close to. I have a pact. I have to do something to Tom, but I don't want to tell him what it is.
What? What was that? I didn't hear you.
I was just trying to clean the microphone.
Oh, okay. You get a little bit of
I was saying I had to do
Oh.
something to you.
Oh.
Ha! Ha! I gotta kill Tom.
My number 3, movie Intruder. The entire movie takes place.
Christopher Walken?
No. It
The one I just reviewed?
Intruder? No, different movie. Different movie. Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi are in this movie.
Oh,
however.
yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, the whole movie takes place in a supermarket. And has a great scene with a guy getting his head cut in half with a table saw. Supermarket's closing down. It's the last night. And a maniac is picking off the employees there one by one. And they think it's one of the girl's crazed boyfriends. But is it? Dun, dun, dun. It's a good movie.
It is, huh?
It's a good movie. A little bit of suspense, a little bit of violence. Sam Raimi in a rare acting
I've never
role.
seen that.
It's on YouTube. You can actually YouTube it.
I like Ted Raimi.
Yeah, I like Ted Raimi. I think Ted Raimi's in the movie too, actually.
Hercules, the legendary journeys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still watch that shit. Hercules. It's awesome. Yeah, Bruce Campbell
Yeah.
as Areolus or... No,
Areolas.
Areolus.
Yeah.
He's the human nipple. He's a thief. My name?
A nipple thief.
Areolus.
Did you ever see the movie The Attic Expeditions?
Yeah.
With Ted
Jeffrey
Raimi
Combs.
and Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah.
Like, they act together the whole movie.
Yeah. You like it more than I do. We've talked about it.
It's one of my favorite movies, actually.
I know. We've talked about it before, Dom.
Oh, yeah.
You act like you're the only one who just... I'm
Forgets
the only one.
things.
I'm the only one who forgets things. Maybe I've been hit in the head more than you, Dom, but guess what? I have feelings, too.
Yeah.
I have feelings. I have feelings.
Yeah.
My number 3. It is a store. Although you probably didn't remember it. Because it's kind of like a gray area. Because it's a medical supply warehouse. You need a medical supply.
Yeah.
In Return of the Living Dead, they got split dogs.
They do.
Split dogs.
They do.
They got zombies in jars with fucking trioxin. They got good stuff.
It's a pretty awesome store.
It is a very good store. They have something for everyone's need.
A little something for everyone. If you need a slimy tar-covered zombie, we've got it.
Gotta be one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
Great movie.
Great movie. You got trash. You got a lack of vagina.
Written by Dan O'Bannon.
Yeah.
Who created Aliens.
Great fucking movie. Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
You gotta burn these split dogs. You gotta burn them.
Yeah.
So they keep running.
Yeah, they keep
They're
running.
never gonna get anywhere. They're never gonna win any kind of race.
No.
This isn't a dog track.
Yeah. You're not going to win the Iditarod with these dogs. My number 2, House of a Thousand Corpses, Captain Spaulding's market / tourist trap / gas station.
My number
with
2 is
fried chicken.
My number 2 is also Captain Spaulding's Fried Chicken and Gasoline Museum of Monsters and Madmen.
I kind of want that to be my retirement. Like, that's what I want to do when I get old. Is just
You
dress.
want to be Captain Spaulding?
Yeah, kind of.
You have the look.
Yeah, I've got the beard.
You're like a less gray and less painted Captain Spaulding.
Yeah.
Although, when I squint my eyes real good, I can see it.
Yeah. Oh,
I can see it.
One of the
I can
last
see you
UEW
making fishmen.
One of the last UEW shows I went to, it was when I had the beard but no mustache, and Andre's niece, who was training, came up to me and she's like, "Don't take this the wrong way, but you look like Captain Spaulding." I'm like, "I'll take it as a compliment."
We'll be a tag team. You'll come out like Captain Spaulding. You'll wheel me out in a cart. You'll take off a giant silver pen, and I'll be the fish mermaid boy.
That's right. Fish boy.
I am the mermaid man.
Cuckoo Cachoo.
Cuckoo chew. Yeah, the ride with Hourfish and all the
Yeah.
tillers and stuff. The fact that people rob him on his store in the movie, and he kills them.
Yeah. And he's
One of
mad
the
that
best
he got
stores ever.
blood on his best clown
He's
suit.
great.
That's just one of the best like cold opens to a movie ever.
And it's so much better than anything he ever made. Like, he came out swinging in the
Yeah,
first movie.
he did.
Devil's Rejects is a different thing. It's
Yeah.
also very good.
I think they're
But-
equal. They're equal movies, but in different ways.
I think House of a Thousand Corpses I could watch many more times.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, Devil's Rejects is definitely a harder watch.
It's not a hard watch. It's just... House of a Thousand Corpses is more endearing.
Yeah.
You know, Devil's Rejects, it might be the better movie, but House of a Thousand Corpses, more endearing.
Yeah.
Watched it a bunch of times. It's funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 1. My number 1, I know what your number 1 is. It's the band. Does it involve a band character?
It does not.
Oh, okay. Well, the band character...
Because that character's banned.
Well, does the shop that band character is that involved in your
Nope,
number 1?
I didn't try to skirt it.
Okay. Well, that's in my honorable mentions too. But it's not my number 1.
Okay.
My number 1 is S-Mart.
And so is mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Shop Smart.
Shop S-Mart.
Shop S-Mart. Hail to the Biff, baby!
Yeah. It is the ultimate.
It is.
Yeah. You know there's an actual S-Mart in Torrance?
There is shops called S-Mart.
Yeah.
They don't hold up the same.
No.
There's no demons.
No.
There's no Cobalt. Got a hair trigger. Retails for about $109.95. Shop Smart. Shop S-Mart.
Nothing compares.
Hail to the king, baby.
Nothing compares. You know, when
I could have been a king,
Yeah?
but in my own world, I am king. Hail to the king, baby.
That's right.
Hail to the Biff.
Hail to the Biff!
My hobbled, retarded dog.
Retarded cockeyed dog.
He's retarded cockeyed, and now one of his legs doesn't work.
But he has a huge dick.
Doesn't work anymore though because he cut his balls off.
Oh, poor guy. So when Army of Darkness came out, I was, maybe I think I was like 10 or 11. My dad took me to the theater to see it. I fucking loved it. I saw it before I even saw Evil Dead.
Me too. I think I saw it. No, I saw Evil Dead 1 and then Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 2. Yeah. Evil Dead 2 is my favorite though.
Yeah, for sure. But Army of Darkness is actually what introduced me to Evil Dead, what led me into it, because I saw it, and then like someone was like, "Oh, there's this other movie, blah blah blah." But my local newspaper in Nipomo, the Nipomo Adobe Press, the local Nipomo film critic wrote a review of Army of Darkness and gave it no stars, and said it was the worst possible movie that could be made, and it glorified shooting old ladies in department stores. And
that's the kind of movie we need to see.
Yeah, and 10-year-old me wrote a letter to the newspaper saying that your review was bullshit and that he wasn't shooting an old lady, she was demon-possessed. Like, he was shooting an evil floating demon. I think I even said in the letter, what kind of old lady levitates?
Did they publish it?
No, they didn't. No. But, yeah, that was the first angry letter I ever wrote in my life.
And it would not be the last.
Yeah, no, I just write them for fun.
Okay.
Shop smart, shop S-smart.
Shop smart, shop S-smart. We need a good Evil Dead game. There has been some never that great.
Evil Dead Hail to the King was a decent game. And the very, very first Evil Dead...
It doesn't hold up to today's standards, though.
No, it doesn't. And the very first Evil Dead game for PlayStation had a great feel to it, but the game mechanics were fucking impossible.
Yeah. All right, honorable mentions. My first honorable mention, The Mist. Supermarket in the Mist.
Yep.
A lot of shit going down. Dawn of the Dead. The Mall.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead. Can you stop typing and pay attention to my honorable mentions? Take those fingers away from the keys and the quickness.
I'm knocking off things that you're mentioning.
Oh, okay. Feel free to type them. The Record Store in Deathgasm.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. That is a store in a horror movie. Pretty cool. Cabin Fever. Dennis.
You're allowed to mention it.
In Cabin Fever.
He did.
That makes pancakes and he bites people and he's got a mullet.
Yeah.
You can just say his name once.
Dennis.
Never say it again.
Felt good.
That's banned. If you guys haven't listened to our old episodes, we ban things occasionally. I can't talk about Reanimator.
Even though you do.
Even though I do. He can't talk about Dennis from Cabin Fever, that little mulleted karate kid. Not the best movie.
Best
iconic character. But, yeah. Creepshow 2. The Cigar Store Indian.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
My hair, man. My hair is so beautiful. I'm gonna go to Hollywood. I'm gonna make $1 million. Look at my hair, man. That's that Indian guy.
Yeah.
But then the real Indian comes out of the wood and kills him.
Fucks him up.
Great. The gas station and body bags. The best segment of body bags.
Yeah, that is definitely the best segment, yeah.
Beyond the Gates. A recent movie, but...
The Curiosity Shop, yeah.
The VHS store from Beyond the Gates.
I had the Curiosity Shop on mine. Where they get the actual game from.
Oh, those are separate.
Yeah.
I was saying the actual VHS store.
Yeah.
It was cool. They still had one. The Chopping Mall.
Chopping Mall. Not a good movie. Great cover art.
Fred's Oasis from The Hills Have Eyes.
Yes.
The liquor store from Street Trash.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You ever seen a movie made for TV by Clive Barker and Stephen King called Quicksilver Highway? Quicksilver Highway!
Never heard of it.
There's a segment in which a man, played by the trash man from The Stand, has to cut off his own hand. There's another segment with a guy who his wife get in a little accident. And there's another guy with a fucking trailer that has a mansion inside. It's like a pull trailer, but it's a mansion. And he eats grapes ever so seductively. He's also played by the Doc from Back to the Future.
Christopher Lloyd?
Yes.
Wow.
But the one that stands on my list is the one with the chattery teeth. There's a man who picks up a hitchhiker, but before he does, he buys these teeth that wind up and walk.
Yeah.
but he picks up a hitchhiker who tries to kill him. He throws the car off the road. The hitchhiker is free, but he's not. He's tied up in a seatbelt. He cannot escape. The hitchhiker has a switchblade. You know what saves him? The chattering teeth.
That sounds familiar. Maybe I have seen that.
From the Quicksilver Highway.
Yeah.
You need to watch that.
Yeah.
There's also a very ripoff of Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, the hand thing, where all the hands would get possessed and shit.
Okay. Maybe I have seen that. That does sound familiar.
We need to track it down. I don't have it anymore. I want to watch it really bad.
Yeah.
But it came to my memory. From Dusk Till Dawn, the robbery at the gas station.
Yeah.
Good scene. Not an iconic store by any means,
Yeah.
but...
Not as iconic as the Titty Twister, for sure.
Retard. He's flipping on the griddle. I'm shitting pigs in a blanket by 10:30. And my last honorable mention, Walter Chang's General Store from Tremors.
Yeah.
Take a picture with a graboid. $5.
Walter Chang.
Walter Chang.
All right. My honorable mentions: The Flower Shop, Mr. Mushnick's from Little Shop of Horrors. One of the few musicals I actually like. A Korean movie called Attack the Gas Station. It's not really a horror movie. It's just a fucking weird movie about this dude who works at a gas station and just everything goes fucking wrong. There's like a mafia war at the gas station. Like his whole night is just fucked up.
I like movies like that where a normal person stumbles into a bunch of pile of shit.
You would probably like Attack the Gas Station. It's funny. It's hilarious and violent and just fucking weird.
Yeah, that's why I look for humor and violence.
Yeah.
And a boob or two.
Yeah, I don't think there's any boobs in this one, but there's definitely humor.
There's not
and
a
violence.
nipple?
No, I don't think so.
Is there a butt crack?
No, there's a gas pump thing, like that kind of looks like a dick.
Oh, work with what I got. Oh, work with what I have.
The Doom Generation, the Mini Mart scene, where they go in
Yeah,
and inadvertently
that's very
rob
good.
the Mini Mart.
Also, just like that, Return of the Living Dead 3. Is that on your list? Remember
no.
the Cholos and they shoot the Chinese guy?
Yeah.
That's another one
Yeah.
like that.
I love the robbery scene in the Doom Generation. The dude's head gets cut off and lands in the fucking nachos, and there's like nacho cheese coming out of his mouth as the severed head is still talking. And then his wife, who's played by Margaret Cho, freaks out and like kills their family and commits seppuku. It's just a fucked up movie. And my last honorable mention is from multiple episodes of the show Are You Afraid of the Dark? The Magic Shop.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that I want to redo.
Should have been your number one.
Yeah. Well, it was from a TV show and not from a movie, so I was kind of iffy on it. So I saved that for my last honorable mention. Did you see that they're doing this Halloween, they're releasing an Are You Afraid of the Dark fan film that's been endorsed by the creators?
Yeah, I almost made that more horror news, but I'm like, it's a fan film. I don't know if I want to put it on my news. So.
But the creators are giving it a thumbs up and saying they're behind it, so...
Awesome. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'll definitely be watching it.
Something that all you fuckers listening to my voice right now should check out is our upcoming live show.
Yeah.
It is sold out. June 17th.
Yes.
Cascadero, California. We are having a live show where we're going to screen Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. We're going to have a live podcast. We're going to have a Q&A. 243 tickets have been sold. If you want to go, we do have maybe a couple cancellations, maybe not.
Yeah.
As of now, we might have resold those tickets because this comes out on Wednesday and we're recording on Sunday. So I think there's 4 tickets available right now, although it's sold out.
postmortemshow@gmail.com. We might be able to finagle you something.
Yep. And if you want to suggest a list, such as next week's list, the top 5 horror towns. Little cities.
Hamlets.
Hamlets.
Suburbs.
We're going to go with the top 5 horror towns next week. As suggested by listener, me. I came up with this list.
And you do listen to the show.
I do. I have to edit it. Someone's got to do some work around here. Fuck.
We have interns for that. We got to make ourselves look bigger.
As suggested by listener Biff.
There you go.
The top 5 horror towns.
Biff McDog.
If you guys want to suggest a list, email us at postmortemshow@gmail.com. We will read your list on the air.
Even if you have an idea and you don't have a list, just send us your idea. We need them.
Yeah, for sure. We do. Send us your ideas, because my brain ain't what it used to be. Old gray mare, she ain't what it used to be. Ain't what it used to be. Ain't what it used to be.
We just lost like 4 listeners right now. Just in that moment.
Ain't what it used to be. If I could jump and clap my feet and my hands at the same time, then I would be doing it.
You can jump and clap your feet and hands at the same time. I would be impressed.
Oh.
You got beer all over yourself.
I tried. I live a life of tries and fails.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Then I do not, sir.
I say nay, sir. Speaking of people who say things, as H.P. Lovecraft once said, Babadook.
As H.P. Lovecraft once said, as he was slowly and seductively molested by the Babadook.
If it smells like fish,
throw the fucker back.
Babadook.
And we'll see you at the live show next week.
Box of saltines, can of sardines, frozen pizza, guacamole face mask, rice cakes, 1 dozen burritos, rutabaga salad kit, Shrek 2 on DVD, 3-liter bottle of Mountain Dew, wow, Reader's Digest, yams!